Welcome to Cryptids, Crypts and Coffee, the podcast where two awkward Brits talk about horror with a bunch of unsuspecting guests. I'm Lou. I write a bunch of horror stories where I try to kill people. And today I'm drinking. Oops, sorry, I'm losing my hat. Today I'm actually drinking alcohol.
Woo!
Wow.
Nice.
And I'm joined by my lovely co-host.
Hello, I'm Janine Pipe, and I now consider myself the UK's leading expert on dogmen. We are joined once more by three of the final men and two of the monster guys, Hunter, Jack and Jason, as we talk about some of our favourite kills and killers. And that was a nod to your wife, Hunter.
Thank you very much. By the
Yes.
way, Jason is the preeminent expert on doggy style here in the United States.
I am, actually.
He likes it rough.
Oh, God.
Red Rocket.
Oh,
Wow. Okay.
I just wanted to set the tone. This is where
Yeah.
Unleash him.
And okay, following on from that.
yeah, good luck recovering.
On.
Do you have a term called dogging in America?
Hunter probably does.
Downward dogging, maybe.
No.
Docking. We have docking
Oh,
here,
we have docking.
but
Okay.
not dogging.
Yeah, I need a dogging description.
Okay, so dogging is basically so it's kind of a bit like being a peeping Tom, in that people actually get together in groups and they go out to like woods and car parks and places, and there will be a couple in a car, obviously doing stuff, and everybody will stand around and watch. And it's called dogging because it's on the sort of that people are walking their dogs.
So are you usually in the car or outside looking in?
I don't know. It depends which week it is to which turn I'm taking.
Is there a dogger and a doggy?
There is, yeah. And there's a rotor, yeah, a few.
Now, the people in the car, are they aware everybody's watching them?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. Sure.
Interesting.
Not
So which one are you
always.
holding the damn camcorder every time?
Yeah. So sometimes it will be they will go to like lover lanes, hotspots and places like that to try and find people and then like secretly get into it with the dogging.
You'd get all screwed up if you tried that over here because our steering wheel's on the other side, so you wouldn't even know what to do.
I kind of like that.
The back seat's big enough.
We
So,
did
yeah.
when my wife and I were dating. We used to go to this. Now you can't do this. We used to go to a school parking lot at night. The children were gone, but that was our spot, and nobody else was ever there. So one night we were, doing our thing, and the windows fog up, and I said, we're done. So I opened the back door because I want to put my pants on, and there is people having a kegger. And when I step out the door, they all go, yeah! Like,
At
Okay,
least
so
they weren't booing.
So you are a dogger.
I was dogged, I guess, right?
so is that
We're
why
double
your name
dogged
is in all
there.
databases?
Probably.
But is that also how you finish up? You just tell your wife, we're done.
We're,
That's my pants.
That's it.
we're
Over.
done. Here's $1. See you later.
With dogging, there's always a bitch.
But yeah, she was mortified. I was just like, I'm giving them the big
You
thumbs
were
up.
like, yeah. Okay, I can't believe we've gone down that road already.
I was thinking that was really quick.
Well, you, Lou. What's up with dogging and you?
I'm far too innocent for any of that.
Good for you. Janine's a bad
Okay, we better get round to some actual stuff then, I think. So, favourite kills. Hunter, we'll start with you, I think. Can you tell us some of your favourite movie, book, whatever, kills?
Yes. One of my favorite kills is The Shining, when you spend an hour of waiting for Dick Halloran to show up to save the day, and he gets an axe to the gut immediately. I love that. I
Yeah.
love building people up and then just letting them down. It was such a surprise, too. That's one of the most surprising kills I ever saw.
Not a lot of people die in that movie.
No, except the poor guy who has to travel all the way from Florida and take a snowcat and everything to get up there. So I love that because it was a big surprise, and it was just I remember in the theater, we saw it in a little theater in Rhode Island when it came out, and there was like 12 people, and there was like everyone gasped. It was like, so I love that one, and I also love one of the kills in You're Next, which that's one of my favorite movies. When Sharni Vincent's battling the brother who's kind of organized this whole thing and just sticks the blender on his top of his skull and turns it on.
Nice.
I love that. And the reaction of his brother, his surviving brother, when she tells me, she's like, that's fair. The greatest non-reaction of all time. Like, those two kills, I could watch them over and over. I could do them over and over.
What about monster kills? Because they're both kind of like human supernaturally. Have you got any like more like creature feature kills?
Any kill in Alien. Yeah. Probably the most terrifying kill in Alien that you don't see is when Dallas is in the air ducts. And they're watching. They can see that little thing, little dots. It looks like a little like those handheld soccer games we used to have when we were kids, Jack. It's right there. It's right there. Turn around. Like, that's terrifying.
Definitely.
And that's the example of that's a kill you don't have to see to have a huge impact.
Yeah.
That actually scared the crap out of me as a kid.
Cool. Thank you very much, Jason.
You're welcome.
Are we going to come back around? Because I wrote down a whole bunch, and I don't want to blow my
I have
mind.
like 3 pages of these things.
Yeah, I've got those. I was surprised.
I'm talking off the top of my head.
Oh,
So
you mean
here
you
we go.
didn't do your prep for this? You didn't do your homework?
I thought we were doing anything on villains or vegans. I wasn't sure, so I said I'll just come on the show and we'll just wing it. It's all good.
Good call.
Jason, just go for it. If you've got loads, just tell us all of them.
Yeah,
I'll
throw a
we'll
couple
go around.
Yeah, dog
Let's
it.
see. I was trying to think of some that maybe weren't as, I don't know, well known. Like you could always go with Psycho or, the chest burster in Alien, anything like that. So I thought I'm going to go a little more off the beaten path here, and I'm going to start with Maximum Overdrive, the cocaine-fueled Stephen King madness.
Oh my god.
There is actually a shocking kill in that where what's it called? Now I can't think of the name of the machine where they use it to like flatten roads and stuff after they pave them. Damn it. What the hell's that called?
Paver?
The big roller.
The road flattener. Yeah, roller.
Yeah, the roller.
Yeah.
Where it goes into a Little League baseball field and runs over a kid who's like 10 and just completely flattens him. It's like the most out of control, ridiculous moment in just the worst movie. But that kill is amazing.
I love that film. How dare you call it the worst?
Oh my god. He was
At least you didn't say Pet Cemetery and go, wow, that Gage when he went, that was delicious.
Oh yeah, I guess it's still my turn. I'll do one more. As far as horribly gross ones, this popped into my head last night. Have you seen Bone Tomahawk?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to watch it though.
Good call.
I don't know if I should describe it if you haven't seen it then. There is a kill in that is so it's hard to watch. There's scalping, it is freaking brutal and it lasts for a long time and the camera lingers. And it is brutal and it's from a movie that was about an hour and a half where it's just people walking through the desert and then all of a sudden shit goes down and it is just out of control.
That's a really good call, that one.
Yeah.
It's a tough one to watch.
Nasty.
By the way, there's a website that names soda and steamrollers in Maximum Overdrive as the number 5 best kill of all time.
Boom. Soda.
So it has a title.
They ripped that off from Kevin Bacon in Animal House when the marching band goes over him.
I'll leave you with 2, and then I'll get more.
We'll go back round. Awesome. Okay, Jack, what have you got for us?
Oh yeah, I got a ton of them, but the number 1 kill maybe for me ever is the shotgun blast in Maniac, Tom Savini.
I had a feeling. I wrote that one down, but I was like, I can't take that from Jack.
That's why I'm just getting it out there first. I must have rewound, and then Hunter knows this. I've rewound that scene a billion times. And then Joe Bob just did a special where Savini talked about shooting his own head off with a real shotgun in the middle of New York with no license or anything, and they just shot the gun and took off 2 different ways and ditched the car in a garage for half a year and then threw it into a river because it was so disgusting. It was,
and it's still there.
And so the Maniac is this like grimy grindhouse movie, but kill for kill. So it's got some of the best kills in horror movies. So that's a really fun one. Like I said, I've got a million here, but when you just said monster once, I think one of my favorite monster kills ever is Jack, an American Werewolf in London.
Yay.
Because,
Oh yeah.
he is just, I mean, that goes from this moment where he's like, oh, David, you scared me. And then he just gets pummeled by this thing, and it's tearing him apart, and he's screaming. And David Naughton's running away, and he's like, oh, my God. And you just see him getting shredded. Probably the best werewolf kill ever.
It is, definitely. I think so.
It's
Yeah.
horrifying. So I would throw that as one of my top monster kills.
Awesome.
I have many more, but I'll let somebody else go.
Okay, Lou.
Okay, so I play by my own rules, so I'm going to do a book one first.
All right.
About 14 years ago, my other half was getting me to read a lot of Graham Masterson novels, and there's one called Burial. I don't know if any of you have read it.
I haven't.
I don't know.
There's like this like spirit entity kind of thing, and there's one point in the book where he kind of solidifies a bit and puts his hand down a woman's throat, reaches, like buries all the way down, gets to her lady bits and pulls her inside out, and that's how she dies. And that part of that book stayed with me for years.
Wow.
I can't
Okay.
remember much else of the book, but
What was the name of this? I need to read this.
Burial, I think it was.
See, now
It was
you
a-
should watch Roadhouse, because that's got an equivalently awesome kill where Patrick Swayze grabs a guy's throat and tears it out. That's maybe the
That's
best kill in
tame
cinema.
compared to that.
Isn't there one like that in what's it called? Is it Society?
Yeah, don't they reach in, like,
yeah,
punch
but
through
it's
the
the other
guy's
way,
dick
isn't
and
it? Like up
pull
his
it out?
ass and
Yeah.
grabs it out. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that movie.
Yeah. That's a fucked up movie. Okay, Lou, have you got another one?
Film one is a bit tame compared to all the rest, but the opening scene of Ghost Ship,
Oh, yeah.
that's where that
Yeah.
wire comes across.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I couldn't
again, I
wait to
think
watch
that's-
the rest of that movie after that, and then I was sorely disappointed.
That's,
But then
that's the whole movie.
That's the best part of the movie.
Well, yeah, you turn it off after then because it just diminishing returns from that point on.
Yeah.
You can just loop that scene over and over again.
yeah,
That
it's so
scene is
brilliant.
tremendous.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I've got quite a few as well. So let me have a look. One which I really like, which is also hilarious, is in Dale and Tucker versus Evil, when that goes into the wood chipper and he just
Yeah.
the body goes out, and so he says something like, "Are you all right?" afterwards as well. It's just like there's just blood and guts and stuff going everywhere. So that's a good one. And then I also put from one of my favourite movies, The Descent. And then there's quite a few good kills in there. But the one which always gets me is when one of the girls she's trying to like climb across the top of the cavern, and she gets about halfway, and one of the crawlers is just coming up the side and just grabs her and rips her throat out. And you're like, oh, because you thought that she was going to get away. That's a good one.
Nice.
That's an amazing movie.
Oh, it is. Definitely. It's one of the scariest films I've ever seen, but nothing to do with any of the crawlers and all that kind of stuff. It's the caves and the tunnels that they go down, because I'm massively claustrophobic anyway. So anything like that is like, oh, and we went to the cinema to watch it, and I literally had my feet up on the chair, and I was like, look, I'm crawling into my husband's arm, like, no, because I can't stand anything like that. Underground things are like, ooh.
I've seen it like 10 times, and I still am tense through that. Whenever I watch it, I don't realize it till my jaw starts hurting.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, even my face is tense. Like, chill out, dude.
Yeah, it is. It's an amazing movie, but there's just a couple of it, because you're really rooting for them at that point as well, and you're like, you got to go across the ceiling, and then he just jumps out and rips their throat out. Nice.
Good stuff.
Yep. So that's 2 of mine for now. Hunter, back to you.
I gotta do another?
Yeah, you've got. Come on.
Fine.
You've all got pages.
Dead Alive.
Oh,
Damn it!
When
You
he
people are naming
straps-
all mine.
When he straps that lawnmower on and just is plowing through the zombies. Oh my, that's so much blood. That's probably more blood than that was coming out of the elevators in The Shining.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw that movie, I was just like, that was one where a guy at work rented it, and then he just passed the videotape around. He's like, you'll never see anything like this for as long as you live. And it just went through the office. And then we were watching it at lunch all the time. It's like, everybody get meatball parms. Let's go sit here and watch Dead Alive. What we should have done was eaten tapioca pudding.
Oh God, that scene's so nasty.
Yeah.
A kid in high school recommended that movie to me, and I went and watched it. And I thought, should I turn him in as a possible school shooter?
Yeah.
This is insane.
Yeah. Kind of gross, but man,
Put
I
his
love
name
it.
on a watch list somewhere. Yep.
So, yeah, I'll add that one. Do I have to do 2?
Yes. Come on.
All right, this is very obvious, but because, I have a tattoo of him on me. Jason in part 7 when he whaps that girl in the sleeping bag.
Oh,
I mean,
it's on my list.
Yeah. That
that's
is a
one
good
of the
one.
best kill scenes of all time. It is so damn funny.
Yeah,
And I
that
like
and
that
then when
they
they
kind of-
recreate it in Jason X.
Jason X,
Yeah, that's great too.
the virtual.
Yeah. Damn it, you guys are obliterating my list here. I had Ghost Ship, I had Dead Alive, I had
Oh.
Maniac.
I had the sleeping bags.
All right,
Okay.
Well,
so I have another one here that most people probably wouldn't think of, but when I saw the movie the first time, I was blown away that they did that. It's in Silent Hill, right when the darkness is kind of first coming and the I can speak too. Pyramid
Mary.
Head character. There we go. So smart. He first appears in front of a church and everybody runs into the church. He grabs this girl. I don't know. She's like 18 or 20. And he rips her clothes off with one hand and then grabs like the skin on her chest and just degloves her entire body in one motion. And it's just like, holy shit.
By the way, I love that the word degloves has become a thing now.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Gerald's game.
Yeah.
And we
Gerald's
all
game
know about
completely
it.
did it.
There's a few nasty kills in that one. Isn't there one where someone gets like split into loads of pieces?
Yeah, the end of the movie is just people getting chopped in half
Yeah.
or sawed in half with like barbed wire and stuff
That's
through the
it, yeah.
crotch. Yeah, it's a pretty gruesome film. I dig it. And another one that just stunned me when I saw it. Has everyone here seen Hereditary?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
It's on my
Okay.
list.
When they're driving down the road in the car and the girl can't breathe, so she puts her head out the window and just gets decapitated by a telephone pole.
Yep.
I was sitting in the theater like, what?
Yeah, because the coming attractions made you think she's the star almost.
Yeah.
I just heard an interview with Ari Aster where he talks about that, and he goes, "Yeah, we had to market that movie like it was about the little girl, so we could pull that on you
Yeah.
in the movie."
Yeah, it was so shocking. I kept waiting for she fell asleep in the back and dreamed that or something, like,
Yeah.
and
No.
then she's just dead. Holy crap.
You could then throw in the other decapitation in that movie. when
Yes.
The mother cuts her own head off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 jaw-dropping decapitations in one film. That's a solid movie.
Here's a little PSA. If you decapitate your sister in a car, don't just leave the body in the back seat. Tell mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go
Don't
back
break
and
that.
get the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't just go home and go to bed. That's really not the best idea.
Yeah.
That's littering. That's
It's
littering.
got
You're just
rules
leaving that on
about
the side of the road. What's that on the road? A head? I mean, what's that on the road ahead?
God,
Didn't
Jack.
say roadhead.
Come on then, Jack. What else you got?
All right, so this guy could come up a lot,
Yeah.
Freddy Krueger, but I'm going to throw one of my all-time favorites on there is in Dream Warriors when Joey's tongue-tied to the bed. And
Oh,
Freddy makes
Oh.
himself listen, I've got like 10 Freddy kills on this list, so the longer we go, I'll get to the other ones, but what's the matter, Joey? Tongue-tied?
Yeah.
Where he changes from the nurse into Freddy with the tongues. That's just Freddy at his best.
definitely.
I thought
Yeah.
you were going to say when he uses a Nintendo controller to make them ping pong around the room. It's
That
like
wasn't
the
in Dream
worst.
Warrior. That was in.
It was like
At the end of every one of those stupid kills, you just should have turned the camera and go, remember to tip your waiter and try the veal. Like, such a stupid
Listen,
Catskills
the quality of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies fluctuates, but I could watch all the kills. I love all the one-liners.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna throw. It's not quite horror, but it's maybe one of the best kills on camera ever. Is the dude who gets hit by the car in RoboCop and just
Oh
explodes
my
Oh, yes.
into liquid.
bag of meat.
Yeah. His head like detaches and splatters on the windshield.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Oh, RoboCop definitely counts. That's an amazing film.
Yeah. I wish I thought of that. That's one of my favorite
Good
kills.
choice.
That guy went on to be on ER. He was the bald doctor, was kind of a jerk. And he ends up getting his arm cut off by a helicopter in one season in this like really shocking scene. But they reattach it. And then a couple of seasons later, he dies when a helicopter falls off the roof onto him. So
What?
that show ER just like abused that guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the guy who got hit by the car in RoboCop after getting bathed in chemicals and turned into a bag of blood and bones.
What's the deal with helicopters?
I saw the one where his arm got cut off, and then I didn't see the one I read about it. I was like, wait, the helicopter guy got killed again by got hurt.
That's bizarre.
That's just unlucky. Okay. Lou.
Yes. Well, you've stolen my Jason sleeping bag kill, but there was another one in Jason X that I really liked. Was when the girl got her head dunked into the liquid nitrogen and then smashed against the wall.
That's
It just brings me such joy.
That's like top 5 Jason kills right there.
Yeah, it's so brilliant.
I think you could just go through any of the Jason films and have like a montage.
I plan on it here in a minute.
Part 3 has so many great kills in it because of the 3D effect, the eyeball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jason X is such a goofy, bizarre film, but I love that Kane Hodder's portrayal he's still dead serious. So when he smashes her face, it's like a rage kill.
Yeah.
But it's like
He
in
means
this
it.
goofy situation.
Yeah.
I think Jason X might even be my favourite one. I'm going to go out there and say that.
Why
There's
not? Why
nothing
not?
wrong with that. No shame in that game.
I like that movie a lot. I don't care what anybody
If
says.
you told me part 5 was your favorite, then I'm off the show. But X is all right.
Mine's Jason Takes Manhattan.
There's no way. I'm just saying that to just be a jerk.
Sorry, I usually call it Jason Takes Vancouver.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my favourite one. What's your other kill, Lou?
Have any of you seen The Void?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately.
I love it.
I saw it when it came out, the night it came out, and I was so psyched. And I was like, what the fuck was this movie supposed to be? I don't know.
I like that movie.
It's like half John Carpenter,
then-
half Hellraiser, but neither side
It's like
makes
3/4
much sense.
Hellraiser.
I gotta watch it again. I just remember it might have been my wife's seething hatred of the movie next to me, where you can feel the vibe coming off you, and you're just like, oh. So that might have colored my opinion.
That would have been the best Hellraiser sequel if they had just thrown the Hellraiser stuff into it.
My wife to this day will say the worst movie I ever saw in my life was The Void. I'm like, really? That's the worst movie you've ever seen? Come on. But go ahead, Lou. I'm sorry.
Well, I liked it.
I should have seen it with you.
Yes. Anyway, out of all there's all kinds of monstery kills and whatever throughout it. But at the beginning, the kill that stuck with me was when they set the woman on fire. So you've got all these big kills throughout it.
I saw it
one
once,
of the
I
first
forget.
scenes is a woman being set on fire. And it's like those kind of kills stay with me because I think, that could be real.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that's the point where my wife wanted to set me on fire.
I got to look that kill up. I don't remember it. Damn.
I'll tell you, I think it's on Netflix. I got to go watch it again.
Yeah, me too. I
I
hadn't thought of that.
myself-
Wow.
Yeah, I think it's on Amazon Prime as well.
All right.
Yeah, that's been on my to-do list to revisit that because I only saw it once, and like I said, I liked it.
I'm going to write it down because I don't think I've ever seen it. It doesn't sound familiar. The Void, Amazon Prime.
Shocking.
Yeah,
Right.
it's the best Hellraiser sequel in 30 years.
Hmm. How old is it?
Just like
The Void?
4 or 5 years old, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's
No,
like
no.
20
Came out like the same year Devil's Candy came out.
That's good.
Okay.
That's a
Fair
great
enough.
movie.
I shall look it up. Okay, my go again. I have put down that I actually really like most of the kills in Cabin in the Woods.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's some amazing kills in there, but my favourite one that makes me laugh, and it shouldn't do, is the guy on the motorcycle. He goes
Oh.
straight to the force field.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
It's just that's a funny kill, I think. And then I have got
Oh, they got the merman in that one.
all the like monster kills and that are amazing as well.
Oh,
But
that
for
that
some
one
reason,
moment when all the doors open up and all the monsters come out and jump on the guys. There's a lot of great ones.
I looked it up yesterday. There's like about 180 kills in that film altogether, and you count all like the extras and stuff. It's a big kill count. And then I'm going to go slightly different for this one and go. I know that the Saw movies get quite a lot of hate, but I think they've got some good kills in them. And there's one particular one, which is the bear trap on the head, which I think takes up until about like Saw 6 or 7 for it to actually go off, because until then they've always managed to do something just to save themselves. I think it's the one in the beginning where she has to like get the key out of the bloke's stomach and she just saves herself. But
Yep.
then I think it's 6 or 7 where it eventually goes off and it like inverts all her head and everything, and it's just gross and brilliant.
I've never made it that far into the Saw series, so I've never seen that kill.
Me too.
It's a good one, yeah.
Huh.
I know it's not the
Which one was
best.
it?
Sorry.
Which one was it where Chester Bennington from Linkin Park was in one? And he was like glued to the car seat.
Oh, I haven't seen that
No.
either.
God bless you for sticking in that long.
Yeah.
I jumped off the sand wagon, the saw wagon a long time ago.
I've seen them all. I've seen, yeah. I'm not saying that they're great movies, but they've got good kills. So, and I quite like the intrigue of the puzzles. I think, like from the cop background and kind of stuff. Like, I quite like it when you're trying to work out why somebody's doing that, rather than because they're just a monster. A bit like Seven and that kind of thing. Although Seven's a million times better than Saw.
I feel like I've only seen the first 2. I can't remember anything beyond it.
I think me too.
I think I saw 4 of them. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I
So-
keep going back for Shawnee Smith.
Like plot and intrigue wise and whatnot, they don't get any better. But
I fell asleep in the theater during Saw because I was drunk from the Red Sox World Series parade earlier that day. My friend's like, "How the hell did you fall asleep during that?" I was like, "Because I had 25 Bud Lights today."
Yeah, everyone else in the theater must have thought you were a psychopath falling asleep during that movie.
Red Sox parade's more important than Saw kills, definitely. Although we're up the Rays at the moment.
Yeah, really. I'm so glad they beat Houston. Oh.
I know, it's amazing. Yep, definitely. Okay, back to you, Hunter.
All right, I will do a kill that blew my doors off as a young child when I went to see the double feature of Kentucky Fried Movie and Dawn of the Dead.
God damn it!
So there's a lot of kills in it. It might not be the one you pick. When the biker gang invades the mall and they pull that guy down and rip his stomach open, I was like, as a kid, I was like thinking, is this real? Like, I was pretty good at knowing that all the shit in movies was fake, but that looks so real. I had built up this like whole mythos in my head, like, well, they're using real bodies. Like, that's the special effect. That's a real body and a fake head or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then, to add insult to injury, just pull the dude's head right off while he's screaming. Like, and he gets that high. Like, I had never seen anything that looked that authentic, and I don't think I've seen anything since that looks like that. I see people that duplicate it all the time, but you never forget your first, and that popped my stomach ripping cherry. Was that the one you were thinking of, Jack?
No, I was actually thinking of, well, I have several
Okay.
here. The shotgun blast in that one, when the SWAT team takes the guy's head off, and then he bites the girl's
Her
shoulder.
Yeah.
That's another great rip out. But then when they blow that, Tom Savini is the greatest shotgun blaster in the world.
Helped being in Vietnam. The other one, this one is a subtle one. It Follows. There aren't many kills in It Follows, but at the very beginning, when you open up with that girl running, and you just, the whole time you're going, what the hell is she running from? I don't see anybody. And then the next day when they show her on the beach with her leg bent the wrong direction, just hanging up in the air, and she's in the sand and like in her headlights, I thought that was an awesome kill. And it's funny, again, where you just take people's expectations and just throw it around, because you get that in the beginning, and then you really don't have many kills.
But you do have that tremendous kill when the guy gets killed by his mother, like humping him to death.
Yeah, it's gross.
God. That is a great.
You don't get a lot of kills, but you get really good bang for your buck when they do kill him.
That's what that guy said.
Yeah.
What a way to die. Oh, God.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to steal this before anybody else does, but you're talking about the stomach-ripping death. The Day of the Dead, when Joe Pilato is just pulled apart, is the most horrific-looking death, I think, in horror history. I mean, oh, my God.
Joe got it.
Just, goddamn. The first time I watched it, I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to watch this movie again. Like, holy shit. That was really rough. So I got to get that before anybody steals it. And I wanted to throw out a movie we watched, I think it was with Joe Bob a couple weeks ago. Street Trash. Just a movie I had never seen before. There is this death at the end where there's an air canister of some kind, and they knock the end off and it goes flying, and I gotta think with decapitations for some reason. It decapitates this dude, and his head just like lands in a chair or something. Nice. And it's just horrible.
Toilet? I forget now.
I think somebody melted in the toilet too. They drank the Viper juice and just melted in the toilet.
I need to see this.
That's ridiculous.
The movie is crazy. I'd never seen it before until this summer. It's wild.
Cool.
Gross.
Yeah. Okay, Jack.
All right. There is a Wes Craven movie called Deadly Friend that not a lot of people probably are aware of. Christy Swanson is in it. She plays a girl who basically dies and becomes a robot.
Happens every day.
And there is a scene where it's the woman from Throw Mama from the Train, and it's in her living room, and Christy Swanson takes a basketball and whips it at her head, explodes her head, and then the headless body tramps around the room for a couple of seconds before it falls over. It is gold.
I've never seen that movie. I've only ever seen the little video of that death.
Yeah, that was one of those ones that came out after Nightmare on Elm Street, so we rented it. Oh my God, the basketball.
Was that before or after Shocker?
That was right around the same time. I think it might have been before Shocker.
He was doing some weird shit at that time.
Yeah, he was.
And a more modern movie that I'll get to before somebody else does is Art the Clown in Terrifier.
Oh, God.
I know what you're going to say there.
Splits a woman in half with a hacksaw. That is kind of the moment in the movie where you just go, okay, this is a keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
You just...
Yeah, that was the point of the movie where I was like, this is a little much.
Why do I like this so much?
Yeah, that was hardcore.
Yeah, that movie is brutal. There's a lot of, he's just, I love the fact in that movie that eventually Art just whips out a gun and starts shooting people, because it seems like such a breaking the slasher movie rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
can't wait for the next one.
Mhm.
I'm so pissed we didn't get it this year.
Yeah, they just delayed it again.
Awesome. Thank you. Lou, you got some more?
Yeah, a few more haven't been mentioned. First one I'm going to go isn't really a horror film. Well, I don't think it's really a horror film, but Deep Blue Sea, the bit where
Yep.
Samuel L. Jackson's standing there, he's giving that big speech, like
Yeah.
big team talk, and then the shark just steps up, num num num.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
Such a
be-
surprise.
Yeah.
Such a
You think,
surprise with that.
see, he's one of the heroes. He's going to last to the end. Okay, no.
Bye.
See ya. And another one would be, well, I'm going to do two. And that is the first Child's Play film, where the woman who's babysitting the kid is like chucked out the window.
Oh yeah.
And the most recent Child's Play film that everybody hates, but I really like, the bit where Chucky goes to visit the woman's boyfriend, who is also married and has another family,
Yeah.
and he runs him over with a lawnmower.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I went to see that in the cinema by myself because no one would go with me. And it got to that bit, there was just me and this one other person in the cinema. And it got to that bit, and I just laughed and spat my coke out.
Did you see Becky, the recent movie that's got Kevin James in it?
No.
I've seen that.
You gotta check that out.
Watch out, that's got a good lawnmower scene in it.
It does. Yeah.
That Child's Play movie was good, by the way.
I liked it.
Yeah, I really liked it. And I
Yeah.
liked Mark Hamill as Chucky as well, even though I love Brad Dourif. But yeah, I think he did a good job.
Mark Hamill was good. Seeing Aubrey Plaza not play like a apathetic 20-something was nice. It was refreshing. You don't have to look like you give a shit. This is a child that you supposedly love.
You care about him.
Yeah, I expected to hate that movie, and I thought it was all right.
I've not seen it. I must watch that.
It's worth a watch.
Because everybody hated on it, so I was like, nah. But if you like it, then I'll watch it. Okay, I'm gonna go.
And you know I have excellent taste.
Yeah. I'm going to go with a couple of famous ones which haven't been mentioned yet, and I'm surprised. So my first one I'm going to go with is Scanners, the head explosion.
Damn it, that was my next one.
Yeah.
You waited too long.
That's why I needed to get it in quickly. I was quite young when I first saw that, and I was just like, my mind was blown at seeing someone's mind being blown. It's just like, wow!
That still looks good.
It does, yeah. It's so awesome.
It's so gross. Anytime I post that GIF to someone someone who's not into horror, they're like, "Oh my god!" That's amazing.
It is awesome. And also another head kill, which is again more of a famous one than anything else, is the decapitation in The Omen, because again it's like one of the bits that you were really not expecting that at all, to suddenly come in and the big whoosh, straight down. And although it's not a particularly gory one, I think it is still like what the fuck.
It's one of the all-time David Warner.
Yeah.
A lot of decapitations in this episode.
Yeah.
There is a lot of decapitation.
Heads are rolling.
Yeah. Can you think of any more, Hunter? Or
I can.
Yep.
This one, Lou, you'll dig this because, well, maybe not dig it, but maybe you will. I don't know. Because it's something that could happen. Last House on the Left, the original.
Oh, Jesus.
God.
The girl, the daughter who they have kidnapped this whole time, goes through this series of, the dude carves his initials on her chest, then rapes her. Then, does he stab her? I don't think he stabs her, but I know he rapes her.
Yeah.
Oh, he does stab her, and then she walks into the water, and then he shoots her and kills her. I'm like, oh, that's gut
piling on
city right there. Yeah, it's like, how much more horrendous things can you do to this poor girl? And shit like that really happens. First of all, I have to confess, that was a family viewing movie all the time in my house.
Jesus Christ.
And my parents loved that fucking movie. And
that is so messed up, that movie.
Yeah.
Who loves that?
Hunter, that explains a lot.
Yeah, we watch A Christmas Story every year.
Yeah.
We did that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can on a Saturday in the summer, mom makes dinner and you clean everything up and dad's like going, hey, last house on the left, everyone? I'm like, sure.
So do you say to your parents, so if that happened to me, would you take revenge on the killers like these parents did?
Mom, would you bite a guy's dick off? Yeah, that's a kill that still it bothers me. It
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
bothers me.
Brutal, that movie. Brutal.
I've watched it once. I don't plan on watching it again. I'm
Feel
good.
good movie.
Where do you get, well, I now
Traumatizing.
have daughters who are that girl's age, which makes
Yeah.
it even worse.
Yeah, it is. It's nasty. Okay. Anything else?
Wait, I had to have two again. I'm going to go back to Dawn of the Dead because I met this dude and he was awesome. He gave me his autograph. Helicopter zombie, dude.
Oh yeah,
Or
I lost my
The-
mind when I saw that.
the funniest death in that entire movie, which when you watch it again, you go, why does he have a big ass square Frankenstein head? But I think they used, it was like fishing
Yeah.
line they had wrapped around it, just yanked the fishing
They
line.
animated the blades.
Oh,
It's so good.
Yeah, that was funny. He was a really nice guy. He's I have a killer Dawn of the Dead, the original shooting script that they couldn't film. The ending is different with George Romero and most of the cast and a lot of the zombies all have autographed that sucker.
wow.
And no, I'm not selling it.
No.
It's going in my coffin with me.
Thank you. Jason, back to you.
All right, I've got 3 left because you bastards have stolen all my other ones, so I'm just gonna give them all real quick here. It's I've seen this movie a million times. Everyone has, but when Johnny Depp dies in A Nightmare on Elm Street,
Yep.
just the
Yep.
blood pouring out of the waterbed is so iconic. I just
Stop stealing my list.
Yeah, I was saying that's on mine.
By the way, that's also Amber Heard's favorite death scene.
Yeah.
is that what she was trying to recreate when she took a shit in his bed?
Oh no.
The kills in Nightmare on Elm Street are amazing though, because like when Tina getting flipped
Yeah.
around in the, I mean,
Yeah, it's
that
so
movie's
great.
so great.
Yeah. Iconic, definitely.
I'll jump to Jason in Jason Lives when the sheriff is smashing him with the rock and Jason just bends him backwards like a lawn chair. Just
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
folds him right in half. I love that kill.
Yeah.
And finally, I'll go with Hellraiser too. Might as well hit all the big ones.
Yeah.
You can't see this kill anymore in all of its glory for some reason. But at the end of the movie when Frank is being pulled apart by the chains,
Yeah.
right when he gets like completely pulled into pieces, for some reason on all the newest releases, DVD and Blu-ray, there are frames missing of the beginning of him being pulled apart. You just kind of see the aftermath of the parts flying now, and I don't know why. But on my VHS I had, you saw the whole thing, and it just was unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I don't know why it's edited now. I'm not sure what happened there, but in its VHS glory, man, that was a brutal kill. It was amazing looking.
You know, you mentioned before somebody getting degloved.
Mhm.
The bonus Hellraiser kill is, I know you hate Hellraiser 3, but there's this scene where Pinhead's in the block and he grabs the girl and pulls her in with the chains and then like tears her skin off and then like sucks her body into the block. It's
I don't remember that.
the best moment of that movie.
Yummy.
Really great.
Oh, that's all I got.
There is some dude like watching, listening to this episode who's just going, "Why are my pants so tight right now?"
Yeah.
This is the element that we live within. This is happening. So whoever you are, do
Enjoy
your thing.
yourself. Yeah.
Just enjoy, watch horror
You're
movies. Don't act them out.
Yeah.
We're here to help you get through this time, these trying times.
Put your pants back on.
Can I offer you a hard-boiled egg in these trying times?
Oh my goodness.
All right. I got a disturbing one. This
Ooh.
isn't, I don't know if this is one of my favorite kills, but it's worth talking about. In Doctor Sleep, when they kill the baseball player kid,
Oh yes.
that is the most like gut-wrenching, heartbreaking
Yeah.
Yep.
scene.
That
Yep.
sent people out of my theater.
Yeah.
never to return.
You
Yeah.
can see why. Yeah, that is. Yeah.
And I
Definitely.
think that movie needed that because it's a very clean looking movie. You know, the aesthetic of it, and that kind of really gave that movie a little bit of an edge to it.
For sure. Well, and Rebecca Ferguson is the villain, and she's stunningly beautiful. So it's kind of hard to see her as a villain until that moment when you're like, oh dear God.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty ladies don't do this.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes it like weird in your mind because you still want to like her because she looks too good.
Yeah.
And then she does that. What?
That is absolutely true. You nailed that.
Yeah, so I would definitely put that up there.
Yep.
I would also like to go with the Cliff and Hammer scene in Midsommar.
Oh God.
So
Big
I
Hammer.
saw that in the theater, and a group of women who I think didn't realize what they were getting into were in the theater. And when that happened, the panic attack that they were having during that scene was worth the price of admission.
Oh no.
And I've seen that movie a couple of times now, and the second time you've seen it, it doesn't get any like more comfortable. They just like, you know.
I remember watching that whole scene and going, why is that dude carrying that giant hammer?
Yeah.
Like, he kept him, he never focused on him. He was just there, and I'm like going, oh, I see that hammer. That's not there for nothing.
So the interview that I heard with Ari Aster, I should find out where it was. He's got such a sense of humor that when there's stuff that we watch in the movies, and oh my God, I can't believe that choice. And he's just like, oh, I just thought that was so funny. Like, and he's just like messing with the audience. Like, so he like loves that stuff. And
He's the dude with the tight pants listening right now. We see you, Ari, and we know.
So I haven't seen Midsummer. I have to.
Oops.
I haven't seen it. No, don't worry about it. Is it the one where they like reach in and pull the back through the back and pull the skin open?
No, that's good too.
No. Oh right, okay.
Yep.
Because I've
Yeah,
heard
that's
about that one, but
Yeah. Watch the
This is
director's
the-
cut and tell us how that is. Set aside 5 hours of your day.
oh, okay. Brilliant. Okay. Did you have any more, Jack, or are you done?
Oh, I'll throw a classic out there. How about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre when he throws the girl up on the meat hook?
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Definitely.
That's another good hammer scene too. The first guy he kills is a hammer, not a chainsaw.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we watched Texas Chainsaw for Final Guys, didn't we? Didn't we do an episode on it? I remember being surprised at how bloodless the hook scene was. You really don't see much, but it's so disturbing.
Yes.
Yeah, because everything's gross. Like,
Yeah.
if you walk out of there alive, you'll be dead soon from whatever infection you got just from being in that place.
Yeah, the floor full of bones and chicken feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a maniac shot the film.
Yeah. And you know what? Joe Bob, when he did his kind of thing on it, talking about all the editing that went into that, like, I never noticed it till I heard that. I'm like, oh my God, there's like a million cuts in this movie.
Yeah.
But it's what ramps up the tension in it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a brilliant job of editing.
And a film you probably shouldn't watch in HD. Get like the lowest quality version you can and watch that.
Yeah.
That's
What it's meant
true.
to be.
Yeah.
Cool. Lou, have you got any more?
Yes, just two that I've just jotted down now. But I'm going to pretend that I've had them on my list all the time. The first one was Resident Evil. You know, where the lasers come through and they all just get
Oh
knocked
yeah.
up with the lasers.
Yeah, that's great.
And the other one was following on from the interview you did the other day where you mentioned Overlord. So I
Oh.
Oh yeah.
rewatched that last night. And the bit where Chase, the photographer guy, dies.
Oh,
So
just
it has
hang on. 'Cause I haven't seen it yet, so
Right. So
Earmuffs.
he dies, and he dies. It's quite a normal death, and it's quite moving when they give him his camera to hold on to. But then he comes back, and he starts like jerking around, and it's just hilarious. so you go from being like really distraught that this character that you quite liked and was really sweet has died, and then he's all like,
Yeah.
and then he gets his
Nice.
head bashed in, which is lovely. So that it's bashed in so
Simply
much that
lovely.
there's no head left.
oh,
Perfectly splendid.
It is.
just watch tonight, so I shall look forward to that.
Spoilers.
Thanks for that, Lou.
That's all right.
You guys should watch it. We just watched a movie called Host
Yeah.
hosts
Hosts.
that we had varying opinions on it, but we all consensus one of the best kills in the recent history in horror movies is in that. So you should check that out.
So that was the lady that had just told everyone that she'd got over the cancer. That one.
Yes.
Yeah. And they bash her. Yeah. I must admit, when you were talking about that, I was like, hell yeah, that sounds amazing.
That was pretty
that.
awesome to behold.
Okay. What have I got left? I've put I absolutely love Final Destination, like the whole series of the Final Destinations. And all of the kills in there are really good. But I've got specifically the start of Final Destination 2, which is the road accident, when all of the you've got the the logs go shooting through, and that whole bit is amazing. I've got from Final Destination 1, there's a bit where two of the characters are sat having a coffee or something, and the girl gets up and she's like, yeah, this isn't good, and she steps out and the bus just wipes her out. That's just she just comes out of nowhere, so you don't see it, but you just see it hit her. So that was brilliant. And then in Final Destination 2, there's a bit where a guy gets split in 3 by the barbed wire. So you see the barbed wire just hit, and he just his whole body just is trifected. It's just amazing.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah,
I haven't seen those in forever.
Yeah.
I can't. I have a hard time. I'm terrified of flying now after years of flying, and that I can't watch that plane scene.
Yeah.
I can't. Because whenever I get on a plane, that's exactly what I think is going to happen. So that's way too real for me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Talk about kills that seem real, like planes blown up. Unfortunately,
Nope.
Hey, can we give honorable mention to my one of my favorite of all time is Hannibal Lecter's escape in Silence of the Lambs.
Yes.
That whole scene in the jail cell with the 2 cops and then all the way to the ambulance.
Yep.
It's just magic.
Absolutely amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, when he pulls the face off,
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Oh God.
Ready when you are, Sergeant Pembry.
Oh yeah, that's just chills. It is fantastic. Actually, because when we go on to favorite killers, I'd put Hannibal Lecter, and I was thinking about that scene last night. Just so good, brilliant. Okay, thank you. Right, so we'll go on to killers now. So who are your favorite killers? Your favorite movie baddies and all that kind of thing? Hunter.
Well, I mean, easy. Jason is my all-time favorite. I mean, him and I, we cuddle. We watch movies together. We compare notes. See, Luke got the mask going. I could watch Friday the 13th movies every day, except the remake, which I found in Best Buy for $5. It was actually a worse buy because I'm so. Why am I watching this again? I keep forgetting. It's like a woman who has a difficult pregnancy and birth, and then they have another baby because they forgot. God damn. The only thing good about this is the porny moments. So, I mean, Jason's an obvious answer, but one of my favorite killers of all time is Farmer Vincent from Motel Hell. Rory Calhoun. Because it takes all kinds of critters to make Farmer Vincent's fritters. And just the shit that he was doing when he is trapping people on the road and then burying them up to their necks, cutting out their vocal cords, and feeding them through funnels till they got fat enough to be pulled out by a tractor and made into meat. And the best battle scene ever when he's wearing a giant pig head that has apparently no eye holes. I have no idea how do you fight in this thing? With a chainsaw battling his brother, who's the county sheriff or deputy, whatever the hell he was. That's a great scene. But if I'm going to fight somebody, I'm taking the big head off. I'm taking any mask off. Like any movie where they've got these people who are wearing masks and fighting, I'm like, if you wear a Halloween mask, you can't see a goddamn thing around you except exactly what's right in front of you.
And also, if you're wearing a mask, it's really hot.
Yeah.
And it's very hot. It's sweaty and gross.
Yeah.
But Pighead Chainsaw Farmer Vincent, creme de la creme.
Awesome. Jason.
The obvious one for me as well is Jason Voorhees. So I'll give you another one, but
I love how we
just
agree.
I've been watching all these series, Final Guys, and the best one so far is still Friday the 13th. Even though, it kind of wanes towards the end of the series, there's something enjoyable in every one of those, and there's always a good kill in each one of those movies. So Jason Voorhees is my obvious number one, but I'll pull one out of my ass here and say Billy Zane. From behind me, I have the Demon Knight poster. Billy Zane in Demon Knight is hysterical. He is doing this cowboy shtick while just killing people in these gruesome, horrible ways. And for instance, the scene with Dick Miller when he just surrounds him with porn stars and booze, and then turns him into a horrible monster. Like, it's just good stuff. So I will go with Billy Zane in Demon Knight.
Good one. Not shocked that you pulled out something from Demon Knight.
I always pull out Demon Knight.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Jack.
Well, I'll sit up and give one for Freddy, because I think Halloween is like the greatest individual movie out of all the franchises. I think Friday the 13th is the best franchise overall to watch start to finish, because it's just, the formula just works. You're just there for the kills, really.
Yeah.
But I think Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 3 are like my favorite movies out of all of the. And Dream Warriors is so much fun compared to the first one, which is so gritty. They're so perfect. And then when I was in college, I had a Freddy Krueger poster on my door. I had the cardboard stand-up from the video store. Somebody got me. I had it in the corner. I was Freddy for Halloween and everything like that. And for me, the one-liners, that was what my video. Every movie I watched, I was there for the kills, and Freddy always delivered what I loved, the kill and the great one-liner. It was like Arnold Schwarzenegger in a horror movie.
Right.
With great one-liners.
That's the very thing that made me turn away from Freddy. I was like, nah, thank you.
That's what makes him better than Jason, because Jason doesn't have any dialogue.
Silent but deadly.
He doesn't need dialogue.
And then I think we got to give a nod to somebody who's not so human, is The Thing.
Yeah.
Because he has a lot of creative ways of killing people, and every single one of them just tops the next one.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
I mean, that head spider, the chest. I mean, come on.
Amazing.
Can't be beat. I haven't watched.
When he puts his hand on the guy's face and it's just
digging his fingers in.
Oh, it's just,
we're actually watching that tonight.
It never gets old.
I haven't watched it this October yet, so I'm trying to sneak it in here in the next couple of days, because it's not Halloween unless I watch The Thing.
Yeah. Get between your Amityville movies. Good palate cleanser.
I hate my life.
What number are you up to? How many have you got left?
I just watched 7. I have to watch 8, and I think we're doing. It's to 12. I think is what we agreed to.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah, God.
There's dozens. They should go all the way.
They just released a new one. It was like Amityville Shark or something like that.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, like it just came out like a month ago or something.
Well, the house is by the water. Anything's possible.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to make it that far.
Lou, who are your favourites?
The one I'm going to go for is one that I only watched in the last few years, because when I was a kid, I saw a poster for this film in the video shop and it scared me, and that was Child's Play. I'd already mentioned it before in this, but yeah, I was okay with all the other things in the horror section, like vampires, werewolves, fine. Doll that comes to life and kills you, fuck no.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I finally got around to watching it like 2 or 3 years ago, and I'm now obsessed. I keep looking over there because I've got like all my Chuckies up on the wall.
All my Chuckies, not just one.
All my Chuckies. I have several Chuckies.
Several of them.
I only have one.
So yeah, I'm obsessed now, and I like how funny he is, but he still like dismembers people and stuff. It's everything you want in a guy.
What did you think of the new Chucky that looked exactly like Kevin Spacey? So he's not only going to murder you, he's also a predator.
I didn't see the thing, but now I'm never going to be able to unsee it.
Man, when I saw that in the movie, I was like, oh shit, this is like he's Kevin Spacey. What the hell? That's terrifying.
It is now, yeah.
Yeah, more than ever.
Was that one or two?
That was one. Another one I really like, just because I really like the monster, is Pumpkinhead. And I don't think Pumpkinhead gets enough love.
Yeah.
I agree.
So I'm starting the Pumpkinhead fan club.
I just watched it a couple of weeks ago.
You know, technically, the asshole biker is the villain. Pumpkinhead is just setting things straight.
He's just doing what he's told.
Right. So you can almost look at him. He's not a villain. He's just,
he's a good boy.
Called upon to do things. Got a job to do.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. I decided not to go with any of the classic ones because I thought that you guys would take them anyway. So as I mentioned, Hannibal Lecter is one of my favourites.
Oh yes.
Again, because he's a person and people are fucked up enough that we don't need monsters and supernatural entities to scare us. You know, he is just absolutely evil incarnate, and so I absolutely love him as well. I've also put.
Wait, hold on a second. So you got that, but then you've got Buffalo Bill in that movie too.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Doubling down.
Would you fuck me?
Yeah.
I'd fuck me.
Hard for
Yeah, I can totally go with Buffalo Bill's probably scarier actually.
You hurt my dog.
They're actually some of my most favourite books actually. The Red Dragon I prefer to Silence of the Lambs in book version.
You could throw Hannibal in the garbage.
Yeah. Please God.
Wow. In the garbage.
No, I like Hannibal. Have you read Hannibal Rising?
No, I'm done with it. Once I read Hannibal, I was done.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I don't think
She's not even going to try to sell you on it.
I don't think you need to give him an origin story. I saw the movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll just keep it. Actually, I like Manhunter better than Red Dragon for that story.
Movie-wise, yes. Yeah, I would agree
Manhunter's
with that,
movie.
definitely. Yeah, Manhunter's brilliant. Red Dragon, no. What about the TV series? Did you watch that?
I liked it, but I kind of ran out of gas with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
the first couple of seasons were amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah. Well, I did like it when they start with Mason Verger, when they brought him in. I thought that was good.
And the girl from American Mary as I forget her name, his sister.
That's a movie I gotta watch this month. I haven't seen that in a while. That's so good.
That is a good movie, definitely. I've also put, because he's one of my favourites, because we don't know an awful lot about him, is Jack the Ripper. I absolutely love anything to do with Jack the Ripper. I find it.
He's my favorite serial killer.
Yeah, absolutely fascinating.
Have you ever done any of the? Have you ever done any of the Jack the Ripper walking tours in London?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely
and live
amazing.
to tell the tale.
They're really good.
Yeah. Anything to do with Jack is just fascinating, I think.
I have a Jack the Ripper refrigerator magnet from the London Dungeon.
Oh, fantastic. I love the London dungeons.
When Jackie Castle, he is Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. And the York dungeon. Have you got anything like that over in the States?
Like
we have more
walks?
amusement park ride kind of things like that. The London Dungeon is kind of like a museum-y amusement park attraction.
I guess, yeah.
There's some stuff in Salem that's kind of like that, but not as kind of fancy.
Yeah.
There's where killers tread. I mean, you go to the Bronx.
So the Night Stalker is the vampire movie that Hunter and I talked about before that became a series. The very first episode of the TV series is Jack the Ripper.
Oh, there we go. We need to watch it.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing.
You could say the area outside of Area 51. There's a lot of stuff out there for the UFO crash or whatever. So I don't know that it's high quality, but there's a lot there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just have to give a personal nod to Annie Wilkes.
Oh yeah.
Because that's who I am to Glenn Rolfe.
Get on my Cock-a-Doodle podcast.
I actually got an Annie Wilkes bookmark and sent it to Glenn in the post.
Oh, nice.
I'm your number one fan.
I have, for who used to listen to Final Guys, Audra. Whenever I send her books, I'll autograph them to Annie.
Miss
Good Annie. There's
If she
good and bad Annies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a good Annie.
Sure. Till there's a car accident.
That's what Annie said too.
Yeah. Okay. Then the only other thing that we talked about was maybe speaking about characters in a film that you would have liked to have seen killed off. Did anybody get anything for that?
I mean, I'm glad they killed the dude off in Saw. They must have been like, oh God, why did we do this? That was very little foresight. Like, to me, it would have been Freddy, because I'm not a Freddy fan, so if they just somehow found a way to kill him and ended the shtick, that would have been good. I wonder what it would be like to watch, like...
I feel like you're just saying that to bait me into a fight.
No! But, like, if we watched him, and, like, if they resurrected, like, the Neville Hotel in the Catskills, and you could watch it there, in a place where the shtick is coming from, I think that would be a special thing. But yeah, you could have killed Freddy. I wouldn't have cared.
Your books suck.
Your life sucks.
I don't like Freddy Krueger. Shit.
I don't.
I don't like the Wraith. I wish the Wraith had died.
Did Charlie Sheen Wraith?
No, the Wraith.
No, the Slash.
Yeah,
Oh.
the Wraith did die.
Oh yeah, you wrote a
Or
book.
did he?
Spoiler.
It's funny. I collect pops, and my wife bought me a Freddy Krueger prop, and I gave it away. I don't want him standing next to Pinhead and Leatherface. See you later.
Yeah, all those classic Hellraiser films.
Well, Pinhead's really cool.
It
I was
is.
very upset when I ordered Jack Torrance, and I got this blue one.
Oh, I got the regular one at work.
I ordered the regular one. They gave me the blue one. I'm like, all right.
I want to
fine.
get the.
Oh, I
wanna
quite
get the
like him. He's all cold. Yeah.
Isn't the blue one special?
Yeah.
He is
I want to
very
get the
special.
twins, but I can't find them for less than like $40, and I'm like,
No. Sorry. That's more than if you bought one, it's like $10 in Barnes and Noble,
yeah.
right? Two is
Enough.
going to cost you.
I got enough crap that I'm like, all right, I'm not.
Yeah.
So what is this? Is people we wish were killed off?
Yeah.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be the villain, but if there was a film that you watched, it might be a Final Girl that you're like, oh God damn it, why did you make it? Just if there was somebody in a film that lasted and you wish that they'd been killed off.
Oh,
Van
Al
Helsing
Gore.
in Van Helsing.
Yes.
I wish in the first 5 minutes he would have just died because I wanted to die. The worst freaking movie. The biggest disappointment of my life.
See, can I change my answer now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going non-horror. The documentary An Inconvenient Truth. I wish Al Gore didn't make it to the end of that movie.
Fair enough.
Hated that thing.
Oh God.
We had a
Which
teacher.
Home Alone was it where he saw Donald Trump?
2.
Home Alone 2.
Two, yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
My daughter had a teacher who terrorized the entire class with that movie and would tell them all in 5th grade, we only have 20 years left on this earth and everyone will die. And he would push this. So she had to write a paper about climate change. And I said, I'll write it for you. And I wrote about misinformation and people using it to push agendas and everything.
I'm sure they got a good grade on that.
Yeah.
She got an A, but
A.
he said, he goes, well, you're obviously being influenced by somebody else. I'm like, yeah, like you're trying to influence my daughter, you fucking ass, who's coming home crying and can't sleep at night because you're telling her she'll be dead within 20 years. Oh,
That's fucked up.
asshole.
Oh my God. Crazy. Jack, did you manage to come up with anything for this one?
One that popped in my head, but I'm not sure if I really feel that way, is the mayor in Jaws.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
he's the
He
Donald
only
Trump
cared
in that,
about money.
who's denying everything to try and keep the beaches open and killing people.
Yep.
So, at the same time, though, it would have been kind of like tropey to have him killed. So, I'm sort of, but if anybody deserved it, he did.
Yep. I can see that one. Yep.
But he also had the best jacket with the little anchors. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
You could have bought it from a
So
thrift
balances
store after his
out.
wife donated all his clothes when he was dead.
I also wish the little girl in Hocus Pocus had gotten killed.
Thor
I'm
Birch?
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
Jeez.
Sora Birch.
No, that's a classic.
Just kidding.
How dare you?
No, I would actually, the Virgin Boy is the one I would have liked to see die.
No, definitely not Max.
But,
I loved Max.
the cat. I would like to see the cat die.
No!
You can kill cats. Nobody cares. You can kill cats at will in movies and books. No one cares. But God forbid you look at a dog sideways. But whatever.
I'd like
true.
to see the people who made the remake of Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
By the way, I watched The Burning recently. This is kind of off topic, but have you ever seen The Burning?
Many years ago.
All right, so this is a Harvey Weinstein movie that he wrote and produced. And I want you to watch it now, knowing Harvey Weinstein is behind it. Because every male to female advance is unwanted, unwarranted,
Yeah.
and just makes your skin crawl. But
All right. Yeah, I've never watched it.
I'm going to throw that out there for everybody, because that's true horror. Just going, oh, God. Like,
Yeah. Can see that. Yeah.
keep watching, going, oh, there's Harvey writing himself into it. This is how it really works, ladies.
Oh,
Yeah. That's horrible, isn't it?
that's pretty
Ooh.
grim.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's on
maybe
Prime.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck
Let's
him.
kill him. Yeah. Did you have anyone for this, Lou?
No, other than the Donald Trump thing I just said.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't think of it. I'm too nice. I want people to survive.
Aww.
Yeah.
I'm a lovely person.
And I'm the same. I couldn't think of anyone either. I mean, we came up with the questions and then couldn't come up with the goods.
How about the boy in the Babadook? Oh, that kid was annoying.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
Yeah.
He can go.
Put his head in the bear trap.
Yeah.
Oh, that kid was the worst.
We should do an episode of it's like top 10 children we'd like to have seen die in movies.
That would be quite
Probably.
good, actually. Yeah.
I do about 50 of them.
Tune in
That'd
next
be our final episode. Children we wished would die.
Yeah. Yeah. It was nice knowing everyone.
It was a good run.
We are cancelled. Okay, cool. Has anybody got anything extra that they wanted to add? Any kind of like mentions of favourite things in movies that just spring to mind?
I just thought of a killer. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go first. You go first.
I was just gonna say, what was the character's name Rutger Hauer played in The Hitcher? He might not have even had a name. But that was a great
yeah.
killer.
Yep.
It's a movie I don't go back to often. I don't know if it's ever been released in HD, to be honest. But damn, that's a good movie, and he's so intense in that, and you have no idea why he's doing anything.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I haven't seen that for years, but yeah, that's a real chilling one, definitely.
I released in the modern era for some reason. Maybe that's why I haven't seen it around. But when I found it on VHS, I was like, oh my God, this movie's nuts.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, I think we've got it on VHS. I don't think I've ever watched it on a DVD. So, yeah, maybe it didn't. It will be on Shudder or something, probably.
Yeah.
That up.
Amazon Prime.
Mm.
All right, Lou,
Sorry.
you got something.
Okay.
He's
Yeah, the
done.
one I just put Yeah, shut up now. The one I just thought of was, it's not a horror film, but have any of you seen The Boys?
Oh, yeah.
God,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Jack
It's,
Campisi.
it's, yeah, there's 2 kills from that, and I'm really sorry, but I can't remember anyone's name in it. So I'm gonna be like the fast guy
Yeah.
in like one of the first scenes. The fast guy when he's
Oh,
holding his
A-Train.
girlfriend's hand, and the
Oh.
fast guy goes past and he just leaves the hand.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so cool.
That might be the best opening for a television show ever.
Ever. Yeah.
And the other one I really liked was when they killed the invisible guy.
Oh, yeah.
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 Forgot about that.
That was
Did
great.
you see season 2?
I've only watched the first episode of that. I keep
Oh,
meaning
okay.
to
There-
get back into it.
There's a couple of great kills in that. I can't spoil it for you, but they
Okay,
all involve Homelander.
Okay, I'll get on it.
Yeah, I'm jumping into that in November. I'm saving it.
It's good stuff. What
I mean,
about
that's killing.
the ship in Event Horizon? It's its own killer. It makes all that crazy stuff happen to everybody. It's kind of a neat one.
Bloody-ass movie.
Yeah.
I haven't. It's unbelievable, but I haven't seen this yet. But Mark has just got it for me to watch. So don't tell me. La la la.
Say nothing
Oh,
else.
You haven't seen Event Horizon?
No.
Oh my goodness. Watch it tonight, woman. It's great.
Okay.
You're in for a ride.
Yeah, it's a crazy one.
You watch that, I'll watch Overlord, and tomorrow we'll discuss.
We'll compare notes.
Awesome.
I think Overlord's gonna win.
You know, it's a great kill.
Yeah.
I think it's Psycho 2 at the end when he hits the woman on the head with the shovel.
I don't even remember that.
I don't remember that.
Oh God, it's awesome. He just whacks this woman on the back of the head with a shovel, like in the kitchen. It's awesome.
Oh,
Cool.
I just remember when they were making the movie, Robert Bloch got pissed and he decided, I'll write a sequel. Show you. And I think that was the one where he was shitting all over the movie industry. It's either that or the third one.
I'm not sure I've ever seen Psycho 2 now that I'm thinking about it.
I did, but it was a long time ago. What's the McGarris one? 4?
That's 4. I've only seen the
That's
1 and
fine.
2.
You know what? This isn't on my list. Now I have to add it. Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
What about Amityville in Space? Is that on your list?
Yep.
Okay, well, I don't think that we've got any more questions, have we? We all done, Lucifer? All done with questions and things?
Yeah.
Really? You can ask us anything. Best uses for a socket wrench. Stuff to do with a watermelon. I mean, whatever.
Stuff to do with a watermelon.
Yeah.
Let's go into that.
Yeah, go on then. Top
That's for
5
another
things
show.
to do with a watermelon.
Well, you can fill
Eat
it
it.
with vodka. That's one
Yep.
thing.
Yeah.
You can eat it. You can warm
could
it up and make sweet love to it. I mean,
Hit
there's
it
a lot of
with-
things you could do with a
Hit it
watermelon.
with a hammer like Gallagher. And pretend you're in Midsummer.
I have an entire career. Is that amazing? He made a career out of bashing watermelons and telling terrible jokes, and career so well, there had to be multiple Gallaghers. Like the world couldn't get enough Gallagher that you had to have a gaggle of Gallaghers everywhere.
A gaggle
What the
of
fuck was what were we all thinking?
Have you ever done the elastic band trick on a watermelon?
No.
No, I haven't.
So you've got to obviously have like the huge elastic bands, and you just keep tying them it's like a roulette wheel almost. You tie them round and round and round until it implodes.
Yeah, that's a thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I've never done it. No.
Yeah.
There was nothing on TV that day.
Yeah.
We used to like
Up in the
peeps.
sticks. That's what we did.
Do you guys have peeps over there for Easter? Those little marshmallow candies that shaped like little rabbits or chicks?
Gross.
Well, they're tiny, but you put them in a microwave and they fill the entire microwave. It's amazing.
Wow.
It's like watching the blob come to life.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, my favourite kills should have had the gremlin in the microwave.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's a great one.
Yeah.
That's a great one.
Well, I gave up the watermelon thing, so there we go.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let the awkward pause play out.
Yeah.
So used to that.
I'm not even going to edit that out. That's just going to
No.
stay in, Louis.
Even an awkward pause in my wedding vows, but it's all good.
Well, I'm slightly disappointed that we started with dogging, but we have we've kind of like cleaned it up a bit. So I think we should end on another one of Hunter's stories.
Wait, did you not get? I said you can make sweet love to the watermelon.
He did. I think we've had enough.
Yeah,
Hunter
but
for one day.
over.
it just like went straight over my head.
You're busy thinking watermelons and wrapping rubbers around it. I don't know what that story really meant. But whatever. But you got to warm the melon. It's got to be warm, so you need a big microwave. Oh no, maybe put it 200 degrees in an oven.
But wouldn't it get too
degrees.
hot?
Well, 200 degrees is not hot, so it's low and slow.
Yeah.
And you put it in the oven for, I'm going to say, about 20 minutes. Because you don't want it too hot, because then, you know.
No.
Burns.
That's not good.
Mm.
And then you got to put salve on it and stuff, and that's going to lead to a whole other thing. So.
And then when you finish with the watermelon, do you say we're done?
And
I
then
look at the watermelon, I go, we're done. I throw it in the garbage. I go up to my room and I do final guys.
That explains a lot.
He's got pits all over his face.
That's my pregame. That's my pregame ritual for final guys. So every time you see me on the show, you know I've been downstairs with my watermelon.
So watermelons are quite hard, yeah. So
Well,
has it softened up in the oven then, or
it
do you
does,
have to make
yes,
a hole?
It does. You got to pick a lot of seeds out later too. But
Yeah.
That's minor. Minor comes right off in the shower.
Okay, yeah.
Jason,
I'm just listening. I'm thinking of some kind of super cut I'm gonna make of this later.
just add it to the list. Fine.
Okay, does anyone want to plug anything just before we wrap it up?
Final guys. Sure.
Yay.
FinalGuys.com, monstermen.net. Jack and I are going to film
The
our
Monster
Halloween episode of The Monster Men right after this. But,
Yay!
Will that be the ale drinking episode you do?
yeah, we were supposed to be together, but I woke up feeling under the weather, so I don't want to be next to Jack and possibly kill my friend. So we're going to find a way to do it remotely.
Fair enough. I shall look forward to that one. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for being nice and early for us. And we had a blast as usual.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we were
Thank
all
you.
sober. That was
Yeah.
nice.
Yes,
Nice
well, Lou's the only one drinking this time.
I know.
BSL.
I was drinking out of my new Monster Man mug.
Oh, nice.
Not
My
plugging at all.
t-shirt should be here in a couple of days. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you all very much, guys.
Thank you so much.
Cool.
Take
Okay.
care.
Thank you.
Bye.
That's for now.
Happy
See you.
killing.